everybody, welcome back to Beach Planet USA. My name's Steve Gerardo, and I believe you are in for a treat. This is last Saturday's Shepherd Church ride. That would actually be July 18th. And this is a special ride because we are doing the loop that takes us from Porter Ranch all the way down Valley Circle and up Old Topanga and all the way down Topanga Canyon to PCH. And we have not done this route for years because there has been so much construction done on Topanga Canyon. So this is a very special route because the loop is back. As you can see, we're just rolling out and we are on our way to Valley Circle. Valley Circle is just a great stretch of rollers, very small kickers. And it's great because the group, or the team for that matter, can everybody can get their workout in, everybody can be challenged, everybody can be tested, everybody can stay in it, somebody can shoot out, some can chase, others can stay back, and we can all meet up at the regroup on the other side of Sprint Hill. But we have a lot of the usual suspects in this particular Saturday. This is Klaus and Matt up front. And we have Brian. We have Mike. We have Charles. We have Yuri. And this is Valley Circle. We have Moss, we have Rod. We had a good group this Saturday. I love this route because we can all ride together. We can stay connected. This is like I'll just say for us, it's like a training camp ride. We can all pace. We have great riders with us, which really makes it a training camp. You know, I've been riding for 20 years now, which is awesome. I got into cycling because I didn't want to do the gym anymore. The gym was, at the time, it was unbearable. I was living in Hollywood at the time, and I was going to the I think it was a 24-hour fitness at the Cinerama Dome. And just to get there was a bunch of lights and traffic. And then once I got there was a parking lot, a structure that I had to look for parking, and then walk to the gym only to get in line for a machine, for a treadmill or a elliptical or a stair machine. And that really led me to go to the bike shop. I had previous experience on the bike, downhill mountain bike racing, go figure. But once upon a time in my early 20s, riding with my cousin Dave, he got me into downhill mountain bike racing. That's just how I started fitness on a bike. So after I stopped downhill racing, at that time I was choosing a career path. And I felt I was putting a lot on the line, and I did not want to delay my career path if I broke a shoulder or a hip or a femur. Thankfully, I never broke anything, but I was able to kind of give it a rest, focus on my career, and my career worked out at that time. It was a corporate job, and I got to climb the corporate ladder and had some fun and enjoyed some corporate success. But at some point, I wanted to get back in shape. I wanted to do something with two wheels again, and I already knew that I did not want to train on a mountain bike. So I went to the bike shop and I picked up a bike. I had determined that I wanted a bike with low to no rolling resistance. And it just so happened at the time, Performance Bikes was kicking with inventory. And the bikes were coming in from Taiwan. And I had bought a Fuji team bike. The yellow and black one, and it was a 105 Shimano setup. I think with some FSA this and that. Maybe FSA cranks, I forget. And that's what got me into road bike riding. And listen to this, I did not even know I was buying a road bike. I said, wow, what a great carbon bike. Wow, look at these tires. I don't care what it is. I just want to ride it. I just want to exercise. I just want to do something door to door. I want to start from my door and I want to be done at the door. So at that time I knew my buddy Frank, and I had showed him, I said, hey, I bought a bike, check it out. And I showed him a picture of it. And instantly he knew it was a road bike. I just thought it was a bike that I was going to exercise on, and he invited me to a group ride. And that group ride started at the Pico Rivera golf course along the riverbed. And we would ride there up to the beginning of Azusa Canyon. And it was a group ride. Maybe some crit guys and some long distance riders, and they would meet up Saturday and they do a 2.5 hour ride. And then later we would meet at Wilderness Park off the 5 and the 605, and we would ride to Huntington Beach or to Newport and back. And those guys were some serious road bike riders, but I did not know what road bike riding was. And to come to this, what you're watching now, I'm sorry, I hope you've been paying attention to the video. This is what we do. This is us getting it done. The reason I mentioned the 20 years of riding is really to get to this point. Be conditioned. Heart, lungs, legs, skills, bike handling. Understanding the bike itself, the components, the tires, the wheels, the pedals, the power, the heart rate, the endurance, the stamina, the strength. Look at these guys ripping up Sprint Hill. I use Sprint Hill just to cool my legs down, just to get to this regroup. This regroup's a recovery. I actually try to use a strategy of recovering just before the regroup. So when we roll out, my legs have worked out the lactic acid, and I'm just hoping to have a better shot for this next stretch. Because it's game on again, and I want to share with you that, I mean, this is game on. Believe me, this is probably tempo or a bit more, but this is a very organized training camp ride. That's just what I'm calling it. That's not what we call it. That's not what it's determined to be. This is just our Saturday group ride, but with a bunch of great riders. It becomes great training, almost like a camp. Hey, let me dream. But it's great leg work. It's consistency. You get the exhilaration of riding with others, of staying connected, of testing your power, your endurance, your abilities. To me, that's a training camp. I mean, if I can do that every Saturday, I love it. And every once in a while, absolutely, we let her rip. We got guys shooting off the front. We got guys pulling. We got guys chasing. That happens. But sometimes, when you got a strong group, everybody rides for the greater good of the cause. And everybody just paces. Everybody helps out. Everybody works with the group. Look at this. Machines. You gotta love it. That's what I'm thinking. Every ride. This is Old Topanga Climb. It's a nice little lead-in. And then it's 7 to 9%. Probably the first 30%, maybe 40%. And then the last 60 just kind of drops just 5 and 6%. But you do have to fight the first quarter, the steeper grades. This is definitely my fight. But I just try to hold a consistent pace. I'm not surging. Just trying to pick a pace that I can hold. All right, here's Klaus kicking. Klaus loves to kick these hills, and he does such a great job. Just an amazing cyclist, amazing athlete. Klaus Heidegger. He's a former Austrian downhill skiing national champion. This is true. And he likes to pump up Old T. Here goes the rest of the guys making the moves. There's Yuri. Here's Moss. But we just go into the zone. Everybody does their pace. This is your workout. Do what you do. You know, you go aerobic. You try to stay under anaerobic pacing. But look at this. Butter. Smooth. Stroking up these hills. These are pretty steep grades, and Moss makes it look easy. But we're all working. We're all running together. This is not jogging. This is not easy. We are managing. We're managing effort. Don't want to burn out. We know we still have a long ways to go. We're going to regroup at the top of Old Topanga. And then we're going to head down to the city of Topanga, which is in the middle of the mountains. And then we're going to go Topanga to PCH, which drops us out to kind of the border of Malibu, Santa Monica. Or Malibu and Santa Monica. Those two cities kind of meet out there. But I'm pacing. I stand up, change the leg muscles, or the muscle groups rather. You know, when you're sitting, you're engaged in a particular set of muscle groups. And sometimes to give it a rest, you stand up and you switch muscle groups and you let some of your body weight help you get up the climb. Kind of increases power and changes muscle groups. So here we are at the regroup at the top of Old Topanga. Everybody's rested, had a chance to chill. And now we're just calling kind of instructions to regroup at Topanga in front of the post office. And we are off. This is the first half of Old Topanga descent. I asked Mike if he wanted to head down first. He was a little leery because he doesn't feel comfortable with people chasing him downhill. Why? You'll see why in a second. Mike descends like a bullet. I enjoy descending. It feels fast to me. My version of descending. And Mike comes off the front very easy. And I understand what he's saying with him not wanting people to follow him. And quite frankly, as you can see, my job in back of him is not to stick with him. I'm actually just doing what I do. And we're both descending quick. And of course, the rest of the group isn't back. They're coming. They're with us. But everybody takes their own pace. Everybody stays a distance that feels right, that feels best. And we already know at some point we're going to regroup, whether it's all the way in the town or at some point during the descent, which we do. You'll see in a minute. So nobody's worried about how far ahead somebody is. Nobody's worried about who's faster than who. Nobody's worried about being slow. We know that there's only one thing we want, and we want to get down safe. So as fast and as exhilarating as this looks, and I will not discount this in any way. This is fast. This is exhilarating. We are riding close to our limits. But when you're at your limit or within your limit, you're actually doing what you can do. And this is what we're doing more than anything. Our job today is not really to push or to find out what outside of our limit is. At least for me, it's not, but I can tell for the group. Our mission today, have some fun, get some exercise in, keep our skills polished, and to do what we do. This is just what we do. Nobody's showboating. This is just kind of what you get after studying and practicing and learning, riding with others. And look at these views. I mean, at any pace, this descent is amazing. I mean, the only thing we're doing is paying close attention. We're scanning up ahead. We're scanning each other. We're looking out. You come up to the side of somebody, you let them know, hey, on your left. We also understand how each of us ride. So you want to be predictable. But it was a beautiful day. Crystal clear, as you can see the blue skies. Look at it, summer, everything's still green. And these roads on the upper portion of Old Topanga are very nice. Not much to worry about. Of course, we're always scanning the road for rocks, scanning the road for potholes, scanning the road for cars. You know, there's always a chance of these cars making a U-turn or somebody pulling out. But on this particular stretch of Old Topanga, you can see quite a ways. You can see enough down the road to process for safety, for smoothness, and for consistency, a consistent pace. You know, sometimes what you really don't want to do is you don't want to be on your brakes. You don't want to start and stop. You don't want to slow down and then speed up. It kind of takes you out of your zone because you're not flowing. So this flow has us completely focused. All senses are kicking. But as cool as cucumbers, as hopefully I think we look, you know, the brain, the mind, the body, they're all just they're tuned in the zone, focused, rocking and rolling. This Klaus at the front, he's taking a pull. So what we do is, even on the descent, we will pull down the hill, and each rider will take a pull accordingly. Pull does not mean pull away. Pull does not mean race away. Pull means pace through. So as I'm pacing through, there's guys in back of me. I'm taking the wind. These guys are in my slipstream in the back. Most likely they're not doing much work because I'm creating a pocket of comfort behind me. And then once I'm done doing some work up front, the next rider is in a position where they feel great to come out and take that pull to guide the group through the descent. And yes, some guys do surge on the descent, and you just have to increase your power to stay in the pocket. You know, these little tires on these bikes they're made so well. They're made by Germans, they're made by Italians, made by Americans. I mean, I'm talking Michelin's, I'm talking Goodyear, I'm talking Continental, I'm talking Pirelli's. Hello, I'm not talking car tires. I'm talking tires for bicycles. I'm on a new set of Pirelli's on this particular descent. I just put them on a couple days ago. And let me tell you, I was surprised that these tires, I'm going to quote my buddy Mike, are supple. I thought they were going to be thin race tires. I'm not a race tire type of guy. As you can see, I'm a larger cyclist. I'm a larger rider. I'm a heavy rider. So I don't do well with light race tires. I get punctures. I get things that go in there. You can imagine the weight that the.
Good work. Good work. Awesome. That's amazing. That trip. I love that. It's one of my favorites. That's a beautiful downhill. Oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous.
One of the nicest.
Yeah. I was like, not hesitated. I was like, game on. I saw the hesitation. I was like, da-da-da. Like a shark. Da-da-da-da.
Good job, Moss. Good job, Yuri. These tires have to carry when I'm on the bike. And I ride hard. I don't go easy on my tires. I want a tire that I can trust, a tire that allows me to do what I want to do and what I can do. And when I took these Pirellis, I'd had them on the shelf for a while, and I kept hesitating to use them because I thought they were a race tire. So we just finished that Old T descent, the upper half. We're talking about how beautiful this descent is. We're talking about how much we love it. Talking about what a good time we have. And remember, we haven't done this thing for years. Maybe we've done it once or twice because we have been able to descend into the town, but we don't do it much. We haven't done it much at all because there actually has been just a lot of construction on Topanga Canyon. But now we're gonna head through the town. After the town are the S-curves. Then at the bottom of the S-curves, there's just a rollout to PCH. But long story short, these Pirellis, I had them, I was hesitant to use them. I finally needed a full set of tires, front and back. And I took them out and I could just feel this is a solid tire. I could feel the compound, I could feel the bead. I said, this is thicker, this is more heavy duty than I thought, because I was expecting a race tire. If you ever touch a race tire, or they're called like light, they're like race light tires, they just feel very thin, they feel light, they feel like it's not good for a street, being that on the street, since we don't obviously ride close courses, there's shards of metal, there's nails, there's glass, and a nice supple tire will get you through all those things. And that's what I like to ride, because I use my riding tires as a training tire and my training tire as my ride tire. So I need a versatile tire for sure. So we're just heading into the S curves. This is probably the place that's been heavily under construction, because there was like a landslide and some of the road washed out. So it's been like Topanga was closed for a year, I don't know, a long time. And that was until they worked on it to get it to a point to where one lane was open. Then there was construction with one lane open, and you'd have to wait 15-20 minutes at a stop, going up or down. So as you can see, a lot of new tarmac in the middle of in the middle of Topanga. This is the S curves. You'll see in a second there's some grates that are right in the middle of the road. Not too bad. I mean, I wanted to avoid them, but at this pace you can see everything coming. One good thing about the S curves on Topanga is you can scan the road. You can slow down whenever you want. I mean, this is my version of being cautious. But I do know this road very, very well. I've done it, who knows, hundreds of times. Look at these views. We're in the middle of the mountains. I mean, these mountains are the real deal. They are just gorgeous to ride through. I love this 360. It's an X5, and just the views it gets, and the spinning camera is like unreal. So we're about to hit those grates. There's one coming. There's one, there's two. There's two, yeah. They just fly by. They're waffle grates, so at least you can roll over. You don't got to worry about your tire getting stuck in it. The only thing you would always want to worry about is if they're damp or wet. So we're just about we're through the S curves. We're hitting the bottom. This is the rollout to PCH. It's maybe a 3% grade. So at this point, we grabbed a pace. We were still moving, but we were at a pace where the group would be able to get through those S curves. They would have to surge just a bit just to latch onto Mike and I. And they did. At this pace, little by little. There you go. You see someone way back there. Latching on. And this is always fun because if you're with, who knows, 10 to 15 guys, and if we all just latch together, we just turn into a train that heads out to PCH. Look at this road. This portion of the road was not like that. It was filled with plates. I thought they would never repave it for some reason. I just said, oh, they put grates and they are gonna leave the grates. I was really bummed out, thinking that they would not upgrade the entire road and put fresh tarmac on it, but there you have it. Thankfully I was completely wrong, and they have really given us a treat of nice paved asphalt. Look at all the machines. You can see all the work. It's just gotten done. Look, all these machines. Work, work, work. Well, we are thankful, that's for sure. Because we miss our loop using Topanga Canyon. Because this is what launches you right into the beach planet. Malibu, Santa Monica. full inspiration for Beach Planet USA. Cycling, motorcycling, walking the beach, getting in the water, picnicking, going out to think, clear your mind, exercise, get some sun. It's what the beach is for. It's what the mountains are for. It's what the fresh air is for. Look at this. Mountains by the beach. That to me is unbelievable. I'm so grateful for it. But as you've been watching, we've been all taking a shot at the front, pacing down the last portion of Topanga. This kind of ends at a sprint, and there's Klaus. Klaus loves that sprint. I am good. I am not sprinting anything on this particular day. This particular day, I have quite a few miles on my legs. I can work, but I was just not in the mood to push or to sprint. Oh my. Just same thing, recovering the legs. And I'll tell you why. I'm always planning. I know what's ahead. We got PCH. I forget, I don't remember if it's 6 or 9 miles of PCH to get to Santa Monica, Venice area. And I know there's a lot of work to be done. So I try to conserve. Especially if I'm not rested. I had a bunch of miles on my legs for the week. I definitely would not say that I was fresh or rested. I was just showing up to work out and get it done. Have a good time. Look at this. Sunshine, the boys, the beach, the ocean. So this is PCH. This is early. This is 9:15 a.m. on a Saturday. The traffic southbound, which is the direction we're going right now, is not very busy. What we try to do is we stay to the right. Stay to the right. We can hear vehicles in the back, even electric vehicles. You can hear their tires on the pavement because, you know, they're all going 30, 40, 50 miles an hour. You can hear them coming. We try to stay to the right. We don't have to. It's PCH. These people are far behind us. They see us in front. Sometimes if we're riding side by side, they can see us better. But this is a flat stretch, a couple little humps. And we got to ride along the ocean. Taking the views, the sunshine, the fresh air. And again, this is not a walk in the park pace. We are working. We are running. But we're all doing what we can do. Mike's up front doing some work. We'll all take some pulls. We'll all participate in the effort. Some will sit in to benefit from those who are up front feeling like they want to work the work. It's all good. Sit in, have some fun, enjoy. Get the workout. We're there to work out and to enjoy. Even if it's suffering, even if we can't hang on, even if it's too much. We enjoy the bike. We enjoy suffering. We enjoy getting better. We enjoy taking inventory of where we're at. I need to work more. I need to train more. I need to lose weight. Look at this. I'm huffing and puffing. We are working. If there's anything I'm trying to do, I am dropping my shoulders, relaxing my hips. I'm trying to conserve, even though you can't because we're working. But I'm trying to conserve because I'd like to come up, take a pull at some point. So I want to make sure that I am strategically doing all I can I can feel good if I go up front. I don't have to go up front. And today, this particular ride, because I had some miles on my legs, I wanted to go out. I wanted to work my legs. I wanted to challenge myself a bit. And it definitely caught up with me. And there comes Matt. He's ready to rock and roll, right? We look, nobody's on his wheel, so we have to catch up a bit. But we grab Matt's wheel, the group comes up. There you go. We got Matt, the locomotive, at the front. Look at this. I mean, that is a sweet train. Matt, Mike, myself. And then it was Charles, Brian, Moss, Klaus. Sitting in, just enjoying the spin class. And then Mike's just gotta do what Mike does. Right? Stretching the legs out. Just so happens to come with a little / a lot more power. I'm like, I want nothing to do with that. Matt, have at it. I was not in the mood that day to surge, to sprint, to go into the red zone. That would have just took more out of me. I kind of felt I was doing some work that day, like out at the front. My leg, it was catching up to my legs. Not nobody's fault, it's just me, it's personal. Sometimes I don't conserve, I like to be out front. We had a discussion later on this ride. Sometimes I go out front, I don't mean to put out too much power, I'm trying to stay somewhere comfortable, but ultimately it's too much power, and then it catches up with my legs. But at this, look at this, they surged. I didn't surge, I just stood consistent, and then somehow the group came back to me, and that actually was a time where I recovered. But I didn't realize, because this, I'm going to the front now, I'm just kind of pulling through, but my legs got to rest. Now my legs got to rest. I'm trying to do some work at the front, but here's what I think happened. I think I was putting out a little too much power. Because shortly after, Matt comes to the front, and I think it's when I was just like, oh, no. You know, let me go get some beach footage. And I let the group go, and you will see shortly, I turned on to the bike path to recover all the way to Perry's Cafe. I just was like, oh, I've had so much fun. This has been such a blast. I just want to stroke it out on the bike path. Just recover, relax, enjoy, and get to coffee. But I pull off, Klaus pulls through. Klaus is just a machine, just doesn't end. There's Charles, Matt, Mike. Look at this. Yuri. And look at this, Moss. Just a machine. But I think that was the point. They took off, I did. That when your brain does not have a solution for that, for what you're watching right now, I said, what? Legs are tired. I stand up and sprint, catch, it does not compute. So I let them go, and I jumped onto the bike path. Oh, what a bummer. course it's not a bummer. It's a little peace. It's a little quiet. I don't have to hear myself breathing hard. You just gotta love the beach. Look at all the energy. You name it, they're doing it. Roller skating, skateboarding, running. Biking, e-bikes, as you all know. But this is it. This is Santa Monica life. Especially on the weekends. People are up early. Look at the sun's out. It's warm. Where else would you want to be? To go exercise, to go work out, go get some coffee. It's summer. Some places it's hot. In some places it's sunny and warm and near the water. Oh yeah. I just want to thank you always for just giving me the chance to put these videos together, giving me the chance to just listen. Hopefully this is, I don't know, inspires you. Maybe it motivates you. Maybe once upon a time you were in shape. Maybe once upon a time you were an athlete. Maybe you are in shape. Maybe you are an athlete. Maybe this makes you think about what you could do, about what you've done, about what you'd like to do, about what you can build up to, regardless of what sport you're in. I love seeing others develop. I love seeing others just continue to work the work. It's a long road. It's a journey. There is no end point. I'm not riding to do one thing. Whatever things I wanted to do, to be honest with you, once upon a time I did them. I did them on the bike. I had challenges that I wanted to experience. And when you pick a challenge and you do it, you end up doing it more than once. And I've done many challenges. Moreover, or more than once on many instances, when it comes to high miles, high climbs, high elevation climbs, multi-day, multi-week, steep, fast, long race groups, adventure, mountain, beach, desert. I'm not saying I've done it all. I'm just saying I'm very happy. I'm very content with riding at the level I ride at. I have a great time. I enjoy it. I ride in a place that keeps me riding. I do not lose interest. I do not get tired or annoyed or feel like it's a chore. I ride at a level, at a pace that keeps me coming back week after week after week. And because I live where I live, it's half the motivation. Weather's great. There's options. All right, surrounded by the city, but there's options. You just always got to pick the right roads, the right routes. You can always get your miles in, even if it's 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. Does not have to be all day long to get in shape for cycling. You can do it in chunks, 3, 4, 5 days a week. I prefer cycling. I prefer hiking. I prefer long walks. I prefer hiking or walking in the sand. That's an endurance walk. Sure, I can run. I like running. I don't do much of it. Hurts. I get pains and aches, and I stick to the bike. I just want to thank you again for watching. You're watching Beach Planet USA podcast channel. My name's Steve Gerardo. This has been a wonderful Saturday ride from Shepherd Church. During the summer, we start at 7:30 from Pillars Cafe. When it starts to cool down, we start at 8. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Share this video. Hopefully somebody wants to see this ride filmed this way. I will catch you on the next one. More videos to come. I try to keep them coming. Hope you enjoy these edits. Hope you enjoy this commentary. But this is what it's all for, folks. Perry's Cafe, coffee, a muffin, some fellowship, some conversation, some workout. Oh yeah. Hey, after the ride, a good breakfast or a good lunch. My goodness. Is it? Look at this. Oh yeah, cleats in the sand. You can wipe them down, you can rinse them in the sink, whatever makes you happy. Our cleats always go back in the pedals and we always get home. This video will not include Sepulveda Pass because we did an early start from the VA, a couple of us, that included me. So this was just really, I was excited to just get some footage from Porter Ranch to Perry's Cafe. This was a 60-mile loop with 3,000 feet of climbing. I will catch you on the next one, and please come back. Please stay tuned for much, much more.